What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, BossCowboySports. I'm coming to you a little bit different today. Uh, Crazy. Uh, my internet went down because a tree from the storm finally fell on my internet line. But see, we still gonna make it happen. It's way more than one way to fly a plane. So let's get it, man. Y'all already know I ain't tripping. This is what we do.
You want answers?
Boss Cowboy.
You can't handle the truth.
Freaking real back. He be speaking his mind. They like, ooh, he violent.
Where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy.
You want answers?
Where your voice matters.
You want answers?
That was easy.
You can't handle the truth.
Remember to like and subscribe.
All right, man. So, listen, make sure y'all can hear me okay, because I ain't streamed like this before. I'm coming through my mic. I'm trying to do everything right. I need to know, first of all, can y'all hear me? So if y'all can hear me fine, I don't have no headsets on or nothing, y'all put a 1 in the chat. That's number one. And while we waiting on that, we do have a potential special guest. We even got Brandon Carr coming in. So we're going to be talking about something very real today. I was very, very, okay, I see the ones. That mean I sound good. Am I too loud or everything? I need to know. So, but I'm going to still find a way to be fancy, though. I see y'all coming on in the building. I appreciate it. So it sound like I sound good. Because today is actually very interesting because I got something to talk about that I see, okay? That Micah Parsons, the same as Randy Gregory. And so when y'all see that, and I see y'all coming in, man, saying you good, good, cuz my boy D.A. Lee in the building. He say good, Ricky, he say good. Yeah, so I'm happy to be good, man. I'm seeing the normal gang. I see y'all, man. It's good to see y'all. But in a lot of ways, and I'm telling you, this is wild when I really thought about this. Micah Parsons and the situations surrounding Micah Parsons is almost exactly like Randy Gregory. Okay, so some of y'all, I can already see what you're thinking. How is Micah like Randy? So if you think I'm talking about them as players, no, I'm not talking about that. If you're thinking I'm saying that they are both knuckleheads, nope, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm really talking about is the fan treatment and how I can bet you $1 million that everything is going to flip like it did for Randy Gregory, because it was a time that everything really did flip. And I do want to let y'all know, man, y'all came at a good day because I do have some special guests. I do. I'm excited. We going to likely have Brandon Carr and one of the best trainers in the Metroplex that Mike McCarthy always refers to. When he talked to all the trainers in the Metroplex, this is definitely one of them. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Let me get some water. This is definitely one of the best trainers in the Metroplex, real truth. So y'all came where we going to likely have a special guest. This happened real fast, so I just kind of put this together. And we go talk about something that I guarantee a lot of people are not thinking about. Yeah. So how in the world is Micah Parsons the same as Randy Gregory? Well, first of all, the thing that's the same is how right now the fans are being played. It took me a while to figure this out, but the Dallas Cowboy fans are really being majorly played on all this false controversy that's going around with this leadership thing in these OTAs. I've done a massive amount of research. I've also did a lot of talking and research with Jay Tuck. And this is one thing that I stand on completely. Whenever it comes down to people trying to play the Dallas Cowboy fans, I'm not going to stand for it. I'm also myself not going to allow people to play me. And the more I've been doing research around OTAs and obviously the voluntary OTAs and the leadership and all the things surrounding Micah Parsons, the more I've found that this is a manufactured hit job campaign designed to really try to put pressure on Micah Parsons because everybody knows what he's fighting about. Everybody knows what he's fighting about. Tuck is doing a live, probably getting off right now, where he's done a massive amount of research today. And one of the things that he discovered that that I would have shown today too if I would have been on my normal setup, because y'all know I like to verify and prove the cases that I make. One of the things that's going on exponentially that's sick to see, and I'm being all the way honest with y'all, is did y'all know that DeMarcus Ware, that it came out in 2007, I think it was 2007, I might be getting the dates wrong because we just talked about it, but DeMarcus Ware literally said that he had to bully Bill Parcells into playing on the edge. Had to bully him. And so a lot of times when you're looking at the statements that he just talked about with Micah Parsons in the locker room, and he was discussing the fact that, you know, him and Zimmer was going to probably have to compromise on some things. And I know that's rubbing some people wrong, because what a lot of people are thinking is like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, Mr. Micah Parsons, to sit up here and try to tell Zimmer how to run his defense? And see, I'm going to tell y'all something about getting played on this. Great players have say on their futures. See, a lot of people not going to want to say that, but it's true. It is true. Because when you know the history of what even the great DeMarcus Ware had to do to even have the ability to play off the edge, he basically said, and it's in the Dallas Morning News, I show it on when I do another live, I have it ready to show you. But yeah, he literally said, Jay Tuck talked about it just about an hour ago. Yeah, where he showed the proof source on it. Yeah, where DeMarcus Ware, the great Hall of Famer, literally said and had say to the great Bill Parcells about what he was going to do. And yeah, and that was also with Zimmer. People got to keep that in mind. It might not have been with Zimmer, but it definitely was with Bill Parcells. And we've been looking around, and man, and what we found is that it's a whole lot of players that miss OTAs, the voluntary ones. It's a whole lot of players. And it's a whole lot of players that miss voluntary OTAs. And this is just the truth. We're just giving you the truth. That also say that they're leaders. So what's starting to happen is they are trying to build a campaign to where we turn on Micah Parsons, and so that he can feel the pressure when it comes down to this money. Yeah, that's what's going on. And to be honest, the more you do research, the sicker it is. The sicker it is. And like the more I learn, the dirtier I feel. Because I was watching even some back and forth with Tuck on Twitter, even with Clarence Hill. And Clarence Hill was trying to correct him, and because he was pointing out, and just think about this, y'all. Micah Parsons missed OTAs last year. But was it any talk about leadership? Was it a peep? Was it anything said about it? But when he also trying to put his foot down for his money and sending warning shots about his money, now all of a sudden you hearing all these media people really beating the drum on what? Leadership. They trying to play us. They really trying to play us. And so the more and more I thought about this, the more and more I really see what's going on. And it's not even just they trying to play us. So let me tell you what's getting ready to happen. And let me tell you what I really, really feel like getting ready to happen. And I'm going to tell everybody right now that this is probably the time to get on board. I'm going to say it right now. This is the time to really get on board the Micah Parsons train. Because when I really thought about it, and that's what made me reach out to my partner, Real Truth, who trained NFL athletes, and he going to be with Brandon Carr in the next 20 minutes. What made me reach out to him is I start thinking about it. I said, man, what's really going on is Micah Parsons is truly doing what he has to do to get the bag. That's what's really going on. And getting the bag sometimes, y'all ain't going to want to hear this, but sometimes getting the bag is skipping the voluntary OTAs. So I thought about it. Let me show y'all something. And I'm gonna run this by when I call him, and I'm gonna put him on the phone, and we go talk to Brandon Carr, because he told me some real key tips for Micah Parsons as an NFL trainer. I want y'all to hear me out. So I start thinking, let me gear up something real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me gear up something real quick and kind of tell you what I really believe is going on. All right, here we go. Y'all give me 1 second. This is a new setup for me. So you know me, man. I'm going to still try to find a way to be fancy in everything that I do. Y'all know that. I appreciate y'all being patient. We got us a super chat. He said, Micah told Jane he missed voluntary OTAs because his son graduated kindergarten. Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, it really don't matter. But see, this is the thing that I want to really get y'all ready for, what I really truly believe going on. And I talked to one of my boys. He gonna be on the show in a minute. He said call him about 8:30, so we got about 15 minutes before I call him. They say I froze. I might be doing too much. What about now? Might not have the capabilities. I might be doing too much trying to, yeah, because remember, I'm working this through a Wi-Fi. So, I'm giving y'all the best I can with what I got right now, because the internet, my normal internet is down. But this is what's going on, man. I want y'all to really think about what he's doing right now and what he's already done. So when he was traveling, he was doing all kind of unorthodox workouts, man. He was doing all kind of unorthodox workouts. And the intelligence of these workouts is literally preparing him. Yeah, is literally preparing him to try to get that bag. So if you are, and I talked to an NFL trainer about this, and he talked about this, if you go listen to his interview that he just had in that locker room. He talked about when he was going against the sumo wrestlers, he was saying those are basically like going against one techs. So let's just use our common sense. And he said that it's like basically running a drill Oklahoma with no pads. So the Oklahoma drill, let me explain it. So the Oklahoma drill would be a drill where it would be a linebacker, 2 defensive linemen, 2 offensive linemen, and a running back. And they would just hike the ball, and that running back would pick a hole, and that linebacker and that running back would have to then go head up with just 2 offensive linemen and 2 defensive linemen. Now, he said that, now imagine how violent that is. Now, I've done Oklahoma. That's one of the drills and hitting drills that they do with football to get you ready and get your neck ready for the violence of the game. And he was saying that he basically was doing it with no pads. So what is Micah doing? Because, see, boys been, like, getting him wrong. I'm going to tell you right now, boys have been getting him all the way wrong. It took me a while to figure it out, but boys have been getting him all the way wrong. So when he been saying he been at the facility, working on his body, making sure he getting the rest and doing that all, because he's already put a beating on his body, preparing for the season and preparing to get the bag. That's what's going on. And that's what a whole lot of people are missing right now when they sweating him and basically on his balls over this voluntary workouts. And this is what let you know, when I thought about it, I said Mike McCarthy was telling the truth on what he is doing to prepare for the season. Because Micah Parsons really does understand that the best way to be prepared for the impact that he's going to take as an undersized defensive end is to get the physicality training that you go sometimes have to get around the world. So if you're going against guys, and let's just think about this, if you're going against guys that's basically one techs The next time you go against Green Bay and you got tight ends that's trapping you, you physically prepared for it. What y'all seeing is greatness training, and it's being miscategorized as a lack of leadership. That's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. And when you trying to get the bag, and I'm being all the way honest with you, I called some guys that train NFL athletes. I'm getting ready to get on the phone with one in about 14 minutes. I also called a friend of mine. I was trying to get him on the phone that I played football with at the University of Houston. His name is Jason Parker. We called him Birdman, right? And so Birdman, I want y'all to hear me out. My boy Birdman, like I think it was my junior year, he skipped all our off-season workouts, and he skipped our summer workouts and was in Houston. He skipped all of it. And guess what? Our trainer was mad at him. Guess who else was mad at him? His coach. But guess what he was doing? And he was right. He knew that the workouts that they was giving us, because they had us running Gastons. All our workouts to get in shape was Gastons. That's basically where you had to run 50 yards 6 times, over and back, over and back, over and over. And what that did is it actually made you slower. I went from a 4.4 to a 4.6 because I was the good guy. I was the team guy. I was the goofy guy that did the workout. So I got slower. What did my boy do? He said, I ain't doing that. He worked out. He did the weight workout, but he did the speed workout on his own. And guess what? He came back and clocked 4.3. 4.3. And I was competing against him. So guess who ended up having to get on the bench? And guess who ended up starting? The dude who had the intelligence to not do a workout that wasn't good for him. Let me see if I can get him on the phone, man. I'm just letting it go. I'm just doing it my way. This is a new setup. I'm just doing it how I want to do it. I'm gonna bug him and see if I can get him on the phone. Y'all hold up real quick. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear, man. Can y'all hear okay? Y'all put a 1 if y'all can hear this phone ringing. Because I'm doing something a little bit different. This different. I need to know if y'all can hear okay. Okay. That boy ain't answering the phone. It's my boy, though. I'm talking about this is my boy.
Please leave your message for...
That's my dog. But anyway, he might call me back. If he call me back, I'm going to let him tell the story. And I'm talking about my boy was gangster. Hold on. Ah, man, he just texted me. Hold on real quick. Man, y'all give me a second, bro. Hold on real quick. He said, I'm still at the station, bro. My apologies. God, dog. Hold on. Y'all give me a second, man. Listen, I'm flying this plane. Y'all got to be patient with me. Yeah. Y'all give me a second. I'm live now. If you got 5 minutes, I need you. Give me a second. Because, see, I want y'all to hear it from the horse's mouth. It's one thing for me to say it. It's another thing to hear from a dude who actually did it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about that was gangster. I'm talking about that was like to actually be sitting out there in a D1, Division I program and literally tell the strength coach, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing what y'all doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. And see, when I thought about it today. I say, man, I should have did that. And the one time I did that, I was actually in the best shape of my life. The only time I did that is when I went home to Dallas. They gave us an option. They said, you can work out at the University of Houston, stay in Houston and work out with us, or go home. And it was the summer. I went home, right? Now, a lot of people, when they go home, obviously it's a lot of temptation. You in your hometown. So your boys are there, all the little groupies are there, everything, you know, all your weed buddies, all your drink buddies, everybody's there, right? So what a lot of athletes do when they go home is they lose their discipline. That's exactly what happened. I'm being all the way honest. What a lot of players go home, they lose their discipline. Hold on, let me text my boy. But when I went home, my boy JC in the building, man. What's going on, man? Whenever I see another one of those content creators, I always say, what's up, man? Good to see you, OG. Having to go with a new setup right now, man. Treat them fell on my internet line. It won't be back up to 2 days, but we go still get it in over here. Y'all know that. We go figure out a way. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, I went home, y'all. And when I went home, my workouts was literally way better than any workouts I could have had at the University of Houston. The reason being is because I went to Dallas Carter and I was fortunate. A lot of the people that graduated with me was top Division I athletes. So I was working out with receivers from Miami. I was working out with guys I graduated with that went to Oklahoma, working out with people that went to UT, working out with people that went to Kansas State, like all the top schools, Florida State, like it was generations of us. So it was a whole lot of us that was working out from different classes, but we would all go up and work out together. So I was being pushed by top athletes around the country, and we would come back to Dallas and work out. I also got a mountain bike, and then on my mountain bike, I would ride the bike about 2 miles down the street from me to actually work out on this big old hill, because I knew all the terrains that was gonna get me ready, right? And I never forgot this. When I got back from Dallas, my head coach was mad. He was mad at me because he thought I was doing what a lot of the people that went home did. Because a lot of people went home and they came back and they wasn't passing their tests. They wasn't passing their workout tests. A lot of them, their body fat was off. They was out of shape. They wasn't passing their times. Their weights was off. Like a lot of people was off. So he was mad at everybody that went home. So I remember the very first days or tour days when I showed up. Now I'm all the way ready. I'm in the best shape of my life. I literally gained 20 pounds of solid muscle on my own, working out with my boys from Dallas. Facts. Like I did it, 20 pounds of solid muscle, and I did it in 4 months. A lot of hard work. I didn't miss not one workout of their weight workouts. I didn't miss not one workout, and I put extra on and was working out with my boys, right? So I ain't gonna never forget. I went up to my head coach, and his name was Coach Health. I was like, "Hey, what's up, Coach?" You know, because I'm back. Like I'm back. I'm ready. We getting ready to start football. I'm ready to whoop somebody's head. I'm excited to show what I've been working on. And I went to my head coach, and he ignored me. Straight up didn't say nothing to me. And, you know, I was still kind of very competitive in my head. And I remember thinking to myself, well, F you. Like, you know, I'm going to show you on the field. That's the first thing I thought, man, F you, man. You ain't going to treat me like I've been out here tripping, right? So then we literally had our first day of tour-day practice. Our first day, and I'm talking about I murdered that. I mean, I murdered my teammates. Murdered up and down, right? Like everybody could see, boy, this boy, Marcus, they used to call me Slide, is on another level. He ready to go. He ready to compete. He ready, right? So this time after the first day of practice, you know, y'all go eat lunch. You'll take maybe a 30-minute, an hour nap. Then you got to go back and do another practice. You was practicing two practices a day. So we go to the second practice. This time I see my head coach. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. I don't say not one word to him. The first thing he did is he walked right over to me. He hugged me. He hugged me like I was his son. And he looked me dead in my eye and he said, Marcus, thank you so much for coming back ready to go. Thank you for not doing what these other men have done. That's the first thing he said to me. And why did I tell that story? I want y'all to remember who Micah Parsons is. Micah Parsons is so dedicated to his workouts. Remember that he missed his entire senior year. and still came back and ran a 4.3 at the combine. Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. You can't be as big as Micah Parsons is, take a year off, come back and run a 4.3 unless you a workout warrior. It takes extreme discipline to do that. Does that mean Micah don't party? I'm pretty sure Micah party. Does that mean he might occasionally smoke him one? He might. Does he occasionally will he drink? Maybe. Probably so. But I tell you one thing that showed me, when you take a year off and you ain't play no football and you still run a 4.3 and you still drafted top 15, that says a lot about him. Now go back to the interview and think about what he said. He said, you know me, I've been getting ready. I've been doing Micah things. What are Micah things? Micah things is stuff like this. Those unorthodox workouts preparing him for the bag. That's what Micah been doing. That's what Micah been doing. And that's why Micah made the decision, I ain't doing these OTAs. Because he literally said, man, I need to rest my body. Now, a lot of people think it's BS. A lot of people think that's BS. You need to rest your body, but you was out there doing Oklahoma drills. That's the point. See, I'm an athlete. I come from where he come from. See, and the guy I'm finna call, he go tell y'all that you make your biggest gains in the off season. So I want y'all to peep. I want y'all to look real close at his confidence. Let me show y'all something real quick. Because I know exactly what I'm looking at, y'all. I know exactly. Y'all give me 1 second to pull this up. Forget the aqua silence, man. You know, I'm not on my normal setup. It is what it is. But check this out. Okay. This is what I'm expecting. And I know he's serious when he say this. He said, let's get to Sundays so I can put all this talk to shh. See, you talk like that when you know you're ready. Because that's what I did to my head coach. I said, man, F you. Why did I say that to myself? Because I know I put in the work. I knew I was riding a bike 2 miles down the street just to run hills. Working myself so hard that I would have to walk back with my bike because my legs would be gone in the summertime in the hot sun. I know I was doing that. I know I didn't miss not one rep when they gave us our workouts for the summer. I knew I didn't miss not one rep. So I could say with confidence, yeah, F you. I'm finna show you today, the first day of practice. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. Oh, you ain't got nothing to say to me, coach? Okay, coach. All right, cool. Because I put in the work. And see, y'all better peep how go look at his body language when he was sitting in that press conference. Did he look like he bothered at all this gossip? I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to go and tell it now. I'm putting money right now. We getting ready to see Defensive Player of the Year. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I told my boss go call him at 8:30 sharp. Him and B Carr. We finna get that boy B Carr on the phone. And we finna get my boy on the phone, man. Let's get it. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I keep my promises. Y'all give me 1 second, man. It is what it is. Yeah, this ain't my normal setup. I apologize for that, but hey, I'm still giving it to you. And I see y'all still in the building. I like how y'all in the building, even though this ain't my normal setup. All right, here we go. Y'all put a 1 if y'all can hear it, man. I'm doing it kind of ghetto, man. Y'all, this the ghetto setup. Nine. I told him I was gonna call him at 8:30 sharp.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Hold on real quick. Y'all give me a second. Y'all give me 1 second. I see the one. I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. See, now he be training these dudes now, so sometimes, man, we got to be patient. Sometimes that's just the case, y'all. All right, y'all give me 1 second. The NFL trainers make a lot of bread doing this. Hold on real quick. Now, this one thing we got to get right. Yeah. So it's 136 in here. 79 likes. Yeah, Brandon Carr. Yeah, Brandon Carr. Yeah, he's supposed to be with Brandon Carr right now. Yeah, he told me, he said, I'm going to be at Brandon Carr at 8:30. Because what he told me, what we go do is I was going to let y'all hear from an NFL trainer about these workouts. And see, this is the thing about my boy that train these guys, Real Truth. He also have these kind of unorthodox workouts like what Micah was doing. Yeah, he does the same type of deals, Yeah. You give me a second real quick. Hold on, y'all give me a second. These unorthodox workouts, man. See, people gotta peep. Like when he said, I gotta rest my body, man, y'all better think about what that boy been doing, man. That boy workout's been crucial. How many of y'all are sitting up here taking punches to prepare for the season? He not a leader. He not a leader. He not a leader. He not a leader because he didn't go to OTAs. But how many of y'all go do this? Take punches, preparing your body. Like how many of y'all go do that? Huh? So when he say, yeah, I gotta rest my body. Yeah. Oh, he just lying. He just lying. Yeah. Is it about the money? Of course. Part of his holdout is about the money. Of course. Of course. But at the same time, man, we got to be smart. We got to use our common sense. We got to be able to also listen, pay attention, and also see what is he doing and why is he doing this? Like, who go literally take punches like this from a professional fighter? My boy say none of them. Exactly. None of them. Man, hold on, man. My boy usually solid like a rock. He must have had something come up. Because I would never clickbait y'all. I would never do y'all like that. I never would do this. I never would do this. I would never clickbait y'all. And he came on before, so I know he must be training somebody right now. Y'all give me 1 second. And yes, this is definitely very true. Say Carr was big in the community of Dallas.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hold on real quick. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give him 5 more minutes, y'all. Cause listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and just stall and keep talking and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the thing I'm gonna tell y'all though, that words like Randy Gregory, and I never told that story. So by the time I tell this story, and if I finish this story and he don't call, then we gonna just have to wrap this up and go to another day. Cause I know this is my boy, man. I played ball with him, so it's like my brother. So he go come through. He go definitely come through, man. This boy, yeah, he said, boss, I'm in my studio. Same studio. But my setup is different because a tree fell on my internet line, Ty. So, But this is what I want to explain is like Randy Gregory, and this is perfect. This is perfect. The reason I want to say and explain how this is like Randy Gregory, right? This is how this whole thing is like Randy Gregory. I remember what happened with Randy Gregory, okay? And y'all should too. What happened with Randy Gregory is y'all remember what's happened with him is, he got in the program, that marijuana program because, obviously he had, I wouldn't say even had an issue. He started with an issue, okay? He started with an issue. He had an issue starting out, okay? But then, when he got in that program, a lot of people didn't know that program was very, very strict, right? It was super strict. So you could be, I put it like this, that program in the NFL for substance abuse was tougher than programs that even cities are put on you to try to, get you to correct your behavior, like corrective services like the police. Like, for instance, like a lot of people didn't know that Gordon, he failed his program one time, not because he smoked, but because he drank alcohol and admitted that he drank alcohol on the plane. Like, just think about how crazy that is, that you're a grown man of legal age and some program inside the NFL tells you that we trying to modify your There we go. I knew you were going to call. What's up with it, big dog?
I got this Dallas Cowboy radio. I told him I'm going to be with Big Carr tonight, and I said, I'm going to put him on the phone for you. He said, please get him on the phone. There you go. What's happening, man? What's happening?
Man, what's up, Big Carr, man? We got you live, man. We got you live in front of a lot of people right now, man. So we wanted to kind of, first of all, talk about how you working with Real Truth made you an Iron Man, bro, because you ain't missed no games. Can you please catch us up on that?
Yeah, so the journey started, way back when. It took pride in always being available, man. Even since I was a young player, basketball, football, track, whatever the case was, that I grew. I was competing. I hated to let my team down. As I got older, man, I learned the importance of just taking care of my body, and that was my competitive advantage to people. I wasn't the biggest, fastest, strongest, but I was smartest and I was durable. Took care of myself in all season, and I pushed through college, got to the NFL. I trained myself about 4 or 5 years. Came to Dallas, and the story is, I get to, after the game, I'm kind of lonely because I don't have to meet Division II guys back in those days. So I was like, let me go train with some guys and meet some people. So Mo Claiborne introduced me to Real Truth after our first year here. And my first training experience with him, man, I went home with blisters on my feet. I said, I'll never go back to him again. I didn't go back then. Another year passed by. I said, let me tap back in. So I tapped back in. Ever since then, the last 6-7 years, man, I've been rocking with him on the field. Then it just kind of progressed to just myself, transitioned to being a coach and being a trainer as well. So now, I got the young boys out here right now. All my boys are like 14 and under. They got all the high school, the varsity guys, the middle school guys, NFL college guys come back. So we got about 60 guys out here every Wednesday out here in this Frisco area. From Monday through Thursday, we out here balling. About 50, 60 individuals, man, just getting some work in. Yeah, man. And obviously, man, a lot of people in the chat was saying, I was seeing a lot of people as I was just doing my content. It was a lot of people saying how much you give back to the Dallas community, man. And, and I wanted you to talk about that as well as Man of the Year and anything like that, man, about giving back and stuff like that, man. We obviously want to hear about that before I ask you some questions about the current Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, for sure, man. That just come from my parents, man. My mom was one of many teachers in my family that moved to Michigan back in the day. My dad worked in the automotive industry, but he was also my coach from the age of 9 and 17. So I saw my parents do an amazing job in the classroom, on the field, in the streets, man. Just helping the youth, boys, girls, my rivals, my teammates, my best friends, people I didn't even know, man. Just to the point where my mom, 2014, my mom, passed away, and it's coming back, to reunion to all my friends and everybody just giving stories in the town to like just the impact my parents had on their lives. I didn't even realize, and it just kind of, allowed me to just kind of see, what my purpose truly was, and just come out here and serve the kingdom even more. And now that I'm done playing football, I'm kind of low key with it.
Yeah.
But I'm out here every single day, Monday through Thursday. I'm training, coaching somebody. I don't really post too much. I just go off word of mouth, man. But I'd like to come back here and get back to these young men because one of these young boys is me. I was a late bloomer. I was a little boy with a big head with goggles out there trying to compete and make plays. And I got a lot of different faces of me out here. So I'm trying to push these boys to be the best they can be. They fall short and be a great person in life. So, I mean, I'm just pushing them, learn life through football.
Yeah, and I want to say something, man. And I'm going to be all the way honest with you, bro. I feel like the 2016 secondary, I played corner, bro. So I know y'all didn't get the respect that y'all should have, bro. And let me tell you why I know. Because y'all was ranked 31st in pass rush that year. People had no idea how long you and Mo had to cover. Like, people like treated that defense like they was sorry. But I was like, bruh, do you realize with the 31st pass rush how long them balls had to cover? Can you talk about that real quick, big dog? Because everybody was like, oh, that young secondary the next year was just the same. I say, no, they wasn't. They had a way better pass rush. Can you just kind of talk about getting through 2016 and playing with Dak and all of that? I want to hear it out.
It was an amazing year, man. Just I was always blessed to play this game. I was blessed to have an opportunity to go out there and compete. And no matter what the situation is, good pass rush, bad pass rush, my job is to go out there and execute my job best of my ability. Yeah, we wish we'd have had, some bit different X's and O's and whatever, some Joes, I guess. But it is what it is. We made do what we had. And like I tell my boys, man, you guys go out there and just compete in any situation, relish in that moment of just competition. Go make a play, man. If you don't make a play, reset, go try to make the next one. So, I mean, I've been through a lot of my seasons. I feel like I didn't have a pass rush up to Dallas, and then be where those guys on their way out. So I kind of missed that boat. That great run, those guys got the football. But, it is what it is, man. It wasn't meant for me to be. But I went out there and made do what I had. Small school guy, Division II, Flint, Michigan. Little big-headed boy that nobody knew made the NFL, just playing basketball. It was a good run, good 13 years, man. I'm blessed. I'm able to just continue to come out here and run and take these boys and pick my kids up and celebrate this life, man. So, it is what it is. Everybody competed their butts off. Coaches, executed as best that we could and, just came up short. And people going to talk all they want to, but, we out there putting our life on the line, neck on the line. It is what it is, man. So it's all good.
I got one more question, man, because you sound like you've been working out and you out of breath, man. So you showing a lot of love right now, man. I ain't go overwork my welcome on this. But I do got one more question for you, man. And, obviously we're hearing a lot about Micah Parsons and all this kind of stuff and missing OTAs. I was making the case that basically people got to understand that there's a business side, number one, and then number two, he was also saying that his body needs to rest from these unorthodox workouts that he was doing. So you come from a guy who trains unorthodox. So I want to just get your perspective on being with a trainer like Real Truth, who will have y'all doing crazy stuff like backpedaling and catching balls up hills and working out in pools and at boxing gyms and just doing unorthodox stuff. Like you said, at first you didn't want to work out with them no more, but I wanted you to kind of explain how people kind of go through that's actual NFL athletes. Can you kind of break that down for the audience?
Well, I just think the OTA thing, man, when you're young, you got to play the games. You got to show up to OTAs. You got to be with the team. You got to run, lift, and do all you're supposed to do. As you get older, man, you start to make plays. You kind of get some leniency. And, guys believe in different things. Some guys will go train better with their individual trainer. They do better stuff, got better resources, can kind of get outside the box and just your traditional, I don't say dinosaurs, but just your traditional short terms in the NFL. And it is what it is. It's a business. If you're a pro, you miss those days, but you're in your playbook, you understand what's going on, what you're missing, you come back with great accountability, come back to ready to play football. So we don't really get into the whole business part. We know our teammates are out there working their butts off. We hope they get their contracts resolved and get their money, get everyone want to get paid. So we know that part, but I don't really trust about when I see guys missing OTAs, especially the veteran guys, the pro bowlers. They out there trying to maximize the time with their family, probably working their butts off with their trainers, trying to get healthy, and just keeping their minds ready to go. Because once that season starts, man, we'll get back in July, August. You locked in. You locked in until hopefully February. You gonna sacrifice a lot for your family, friends, commitments outside the field. Like, so you gotta take our time and just enjoy this off season, train our butts off. And just make sure our teammates know that we still invested into this team when we come back ready to rock and roll. Once you come back, you got to turn it on, you know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to be okay. It's just, it's a shocker, I guess, but it's not really a shock because a lot of guys do it across the league, and a lot of guys come back ready to play football. So I don't really put too much into it.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Hey, go ahead and get back with the kids, man. Thank you for doing all you do for the community. Man, can you tell us one more thing? Can you tell us about that Man of the Year, bro?
Man of the Year, man, it's an amazing honor. You know, I didn't really know too much about it. When I got to the league, I seen in the end zone, you see all the banners of all the guys with the foundation and charities. I was like, man, what is this? I was intrigued, and then, I was like, okay, it's a chance to get back. I always see guys having camps and Thanksgiving drives. So, man, my first year I was on a plane in Kansas City coming back from away games in my iPad, just jotting down things I can do with my opportunity to use my platform. And then I worked with current member's wife on the childhood diabetes when I first got to Kansas City. I was like, I like being around children and kids. I'm open around them. So I got to Dallas. Dallas was my perfect opportunity to open up my foundation, Car Cares, which is I focus on childhood literacy. My mom was a teacher. I asked her what was the biggest problem in school. That's my son up here in the burbs is always just kids can't read. I look at the numbers as far as jails in 3rd and 4th grade getting left behind. When you get to attention, they started to create jail cells for dropouts and kids not making it. And it's all about the literacy. And you look at the parents, their proficiency is not as high as it should be as well. So it's a trigger out of face. I was like, okay, let me do my part and help wherever I can. Flint, Dallas, Baltimore, those 3 communities that invested in me, and try to just make an impact and show kids it's okay to be brilliant. It's okay to go out there and get A's and B's in the classroom and be the nerd of the classroom and excel over your classmates. You don't have to be the class clown or dumb it down for anybody. I just want to encourage kids wherever you are, man, wherever you are, learning process, just continue to grow, continue to push yourself and find the help that you need to get better, man. So I love getting back, love being around kids, and also I was able to piggyback off that and start my football program, Iron Horse Football. This is our 3rd year of tackle football. We won the last 2 years in Allen champions, and now we're here for our 4th year. So that's why we get our offseason training going on. And same thing, we try to get back to the community as well, show these young men how to use their platform. Talk about NIL. There's a lot of different things that's happening right now with this youth sports thing. So try to get everybody acclimated and on page to what the possibilities are and just what it takes to get to the next level, both on and off the field in the classroom as well. So I mean, it's just I'm just blessed, man. Just come out here and do something that I love to do. Can run, can jump. I can laugh with these boys, talk life. I get on their bus if I need to, and then I'll just say this: we are actively looking for some 10U players and some 12U players to get ready for this upcoming season starting in August. So if anybody listening, they got a son, some linemen, some receivers, wherever the case is, you got some big boys. I'm looking for a team up in the Frisco, Allen, McKinney area. Contact me and we can talk and we can get this work going. So,
give us your information. Where can they find you for all the people that's watching live that might want to have obviously a Dallas Cowboy coach them up?
If you're on Facebook, man, you can just type in my name, Brandon Carr. It's Brandon Carr 39 or Brandon Carr, I don't know.
Okay.
Or Instagram, you can type in Iron Horse Sports. Iron Horse Sports.
Iron Horse Sports.
And that's my handle. I'm updating every now and then, but if you want to talk to me directly, hit me up on Brandon Carr with the blue check on Instagram. I'll find a package.
Man, I appreciate it, big dog, man, and keep doing what you're doing, man, and definitely go catch up, man. Tell real truth. I'm pretty sure he's working, man, that I could talk to him, but if he got to go, that's cool. But, man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you giving your blood and sweat to this team. We all love this team, man, and thank you for being a part of our memories and history, brother.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, bro. Anytime.
Okay, man. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that was Brandon Carr, man. So man, I appreciate it, man. Everybody, man, showing the love. I see y'all showing the fire emojis on that. It's a cool thing, and it should be confirmation that we're not just talking, right? Because I didn't talk to Brandon Carr. That was my first time actually even talking to him. I've obviously talked to Chris before. And a lot of different athletes that my brother works with. Some things I put on camera, some things I don't. But it's one of those situations to where you can see we not just talking, man. I appreciate all the flames and the love. But like he said, and you heard that from a pro, a guy that was an all-pro, a guy who earned a big contract before, a guy who's actually earned it. So when you see a guy that's earned the contract, say, okay, in the beginning, yes, you show up, but the more you make plays and the more you're a veteran, you get more what? What did he say? leniency. This is coming from a Dallas Cowboy. You know, this is coming from a guy who was in those locker rooms, who got a top paid contract before, who had to hold out before, who had to do all kind of things that we currently seeing. So you got to ask yourself, is this just a YouTuber? Are we just talking, or are we telling the truth? We telling you the truth. And I'm telling you, and we showing you right now and keeping it all the way real, that the Dallas Cowboy fans are being played on this. This is leverage. Because just think about it. Just think about it. Micah missed OTAs last year. It wasn't a peep on leadership. It wasn't a peep. It's like how this energy just all of a sudden a raging inferno. Like it went from hardly saying anything to now it's a raging inferno, and everybody just like questioning his leadership. And like he said, man, he said it's more than one way to bun. You think just coming out here is the only way to bun? No, man, I just came from Columbia with my boys. What we doing? If I was just so toxic, if I was just so trash in my leadership, they would let me go by myself. Why do you think when Amari Cooper come in town, why you think he's still hooping with him and hanging with him? Do you do that with people that's toxic? Do you come back from another team and hang with a dude do you do that? Like, what do you do? Let's just think about it. What do you do? This ain't being Micah defense attorney. This is just using common sense and recognizing when they trying to play us. It's like, okay, all right, I get it. It's time for him to get paid. And it's like, no, I got a lot of people and executives that listen to this channel, and I refuse to just tell people what everybody is saying because it sounds cool, because it sounds sanctimonious. And yes, I do understand and I do get that, yes, he said he want to be a leader. But who connected these dots that just because you say you are a leader or want to be a leader, that you got to show up to OTAs? So I would just challenge everybody to look around the league. Let's not put our heads in the sands. Let's not just be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to just put my head in the sand and I only follow the Cowboys and I never look up and I never look around and I don't see and even know my own history. Like, if we know our own history, we'll know that Romo missed OTAs. If we know our own history, we'll know that DeMarcus Ware missed OTAs, right? Nobody questioned their leadership. Nobody questioned Zach Martin's leadership when he missed 18 days of OTAs holding out. It was not a peep. It was not a question. Zach Martin missed training camp last year, and this year he talking about retiring after basically holding the team hostage to get him more money a whole year. He like, I think I might lay it down. Where is the selfish talk? Like, can somebody ask me, why are you even talking about retiring going into a new season? Keep that to yourself. Where is the talk of leadership? Why do we pick and choose when somebody is making a leadership mistake and when somebody is not? Where is the consistency? That's what I'm saying. We are being played. We are. And some of y'all still gonna say, hey, yeah, no, but he said, boss. He said it, boss. That's the thing. He said it, boss. It's like, listen, man, we got to be able to separate, in my opinion, the business side of football from, and when you really getting in your real, true regimen preparing for the season, yeah, we got to be able to separate that. And I honestly don't think we're separating that. So let me finish this story real quick and really explain. Hold on. Yeah, my boy said, Emmett still held his ground. Exactly. My boy said, yo, boss, you're a true man. Hey, you know, this is the thing, man. When it comes down to doing stuff like this, I already know I'm saying what's not popular. Like, what's popular right now is to jump on the massive campaign that he is selfish. That would likely give me a lot of followers. That would likely give me a lot of clicks because that's what a lot of people want to hear. That's honestly what a lot of people do believe too. But what we are doing is we saying, let's go talk to actual NFL athletes. Let's go, that wasn't on Micah level, but was still an all-pro, earned him a top contract. Let's get him on the phone. Let's talk to a pro. How about that? Let's talk to a pro. Let's not talk amongst each other. Let's talk to an actual pro, a man of the year. How about that? Let's do that. Let's see what a pro's perspective is. I never talked to him, so he could have just said, nope. He could have just made me look like a straight goofy. He could have just said, hey, nah, boss, he's supposed to show up. Bottom line, he a leader. So when I threw it out there, I didn't know what was going to come back. But I said, could you please explain this from a veteran perspective and a guy that earned the top contract? Can you let us know the business side of this as well as the responsibilities and leaderships? And he told the truth. He said the younger guys, yeah, they're going to be expected. He said, but as you make more plays and as you become more of a veteran, you get more leniency. Did anybody hear that? I heard that. So let me explain this because I want to really explain how, because this ain't no clickbait. How's Michael like Randy? This is how Michael is like Randy. I saw what happened with Randy. I really did. I saw what happened. Everybody hated Randy at first. It was a lot of hate for Randy. It was a lot of people that was angry at Randy over the marijuana and being in that punitive, very tough program. It was a lot of people that didn't like Randy. It was a lot of get rid of him. He's an idiot. He's goofy. He don't deserve to be in football. Yeah, he's a waste. He just want to smoke weed. Yeah, he said, my boss said, go listen to Brothers. Yeah, I'll go check out Brothers. Appreciate that comment, sis. So I'll go check it out. I'll definitely go check out my man Brothers. But I remember that. And I did my second article. I wish I would have showed it today because they still have it up. But I wrote an article and I called it Buy and Hold, right? I called it the Buy and Hold strategy, right? And I was making the case before the CBA, the new CBA, because the new CBA was coming up in about a year. And I was saying that actually the writing is on the wall that they getting ready to change the marijuana rules. So this would be actually a very bad time to get rid of a talent like that because the rules are getting ready to change. I was saying a better strategy would be to actually sign him for a long-term contract, but cheaper, and let him get through the program and wait for the CBA to play out. And what I did is, it was my second article. And I said, we got to think about who's done this before. And somebody who actually did this before was the Kennedys. The Kennedys did this through in Prohibition. So there was a time in this country where alcohol was treated like a hard drug, right? It was a lot of gang-related stuff and mafia stuff based on alcohol. It was a lot of bootleg operations, a lot of stuff that was illegal, right? But Kennedy knew that Prohibition was around the corner. And on top of that, he was actually lobbying to get the laws changed to make alcohol legal. So what he actually did is he took and he stockpiled alcohol. So what does that really mean? He was a drug dealer. Y'all want to hear me? Basically, that boy was a drug dealer. He was a drug dealer. And so he stockpiled alcohol, waited on the laws to change, and when the laws changed, he was able to unload all that stockpiled alcohol for a profit. I was calling it the buy and hold strategy, right? So I was going against the mob. I was going against all the people. I was going against all the people that was Randy Gregory. He's a dummy. He likes weed too much. He smoked too much. I was like, no, wait this out. Wait this out. This dude had first round talent. Just wait it out. So then what happened? The CBA did pass, right? We remember that, right? Yeah, he was the pusher man. He definitely was the pusher man, right? We waited it out. And when we waited it out, we saw a big uptick in the play of Randy Gregory. What happened to the fans? What happened to the fans? The same people that was, he a waste. They need to get rid of him. He's such an idiot. He's Randy Gregory. All them people turned and they did a full 180. A full 180. Yep, we will. They loved him again. That's what happened. They went from hating him to loving him. I'm trying to get y'all ahead of the curve. What do I mean, get you ahead of the curve? If you got somebody that's dedicated like this, somebody that been doing workouts with sumo wrestlers, right? Somebody that's been taking punches, preparing your body physically, somebody that's been basically doing Oklahoma drills with sumo wrestlers, somebody that's hungry. I'm reading this right. Hold on real quick. Let me show y'all something real quick, man. Y'all give me a second. I got to put this all together, man. I ain't playing no games today. Sometimes, sometimes you don't feel like playing games, man. Just sometimes you just don't feel like playing games, man. Let me just put all this together. Somebody that's been literally wrestling sumo wrestlers. How you like, and basically it's like Oklahoma drill. You've been going up with guys with no pads, right? Getting these crazy unorthodox workouts. I ran this workout by my boy Real Truth, who I told y'all, NFL trainer. My boy Real Truth, he said, I loved it. He said, I loved it. He said, man, I think that's the smartest thing I've ever seen. And now listen, this is a guy who got some crazy workouts. Brandon, what did Brandon Carr say? He said he worked out with him one time. He was like, man, I ain't coming back. Because my boy he'll have you in swimming pools. He'll have you on the boxing gyms. He'll have you doing everything, getting you prepared for the season. He looked at Micah Parsons' workout and said, man, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So put it like this. If you've been going through Oklahoma drills with one text, the next time a tight end run up on you, are you going to be ready? See, a lot of people, what y'all looking at is, did he show up to OTAs? I was looking at Micah Parsons' neck. Can somebody go look at Micah Parsons' neck? Did y'all notice that his neck looks 2 times the size of his head? Did anybody notice that? Did anybody notice how big his neck is? Did anybody notice that in them interviews? That his neck is like this big, his head like this, and his neck is super wide. It's like, y'all, a lot of people focusing on, and I swear, and I ain't mad at you, because a lot of people are focused on leadership because they care about the Cowboys. So it's a righteous indignation. Nobody mad at the righteous indignation, but I'm also recognizing the fact that it's being overfueled. It's being overfueled. It is. It's just been taken way out of context. It really is. And so I'm looking at his neck, man. I'm looking at his confidence, and I'm talking to my resources. I'm talking to NFL trainers. They co-signing it. NFL trainers is like, that's genius. What a genius way to prepare for the physicality. You know what I'm saying right now? I'm just being honest, man. I'm just giving y'all the real perspective of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing somebody trying to do some Air Jordan stuff. Oh, boss, you going too far. Boss, come on now. Come on. What you mean, Air Jordan? You got to know your history. Some of y'all already know this. This is going to be talking to a while to most of y'all. But the first time Jordan faced Detroit, they was doing something called what? I'm going to see if y'all remember. They was doing something called tap tap. My boy said Henny Raid. They was doing something called tap tap. That basically every time Jordan went to his right, they tapped him. Boop, physical. Yeah, I agree with this, bro. I agree with this. It took me the last 2 days to figure this out. It took me the last 2 days to figure out because I was listening to his interview and he said, you know me, doing Micah things. A lot of people let that go by their head. It's like, no, he talking about them unorthodox workouts. Yeah, the Jordan rule, right? Y'all with me? So what did Jordan do? Jordan was the first basketball athlete to actually put in the offseason weights into his regimen. He was the first. He was the first to put hardcore weights into his regimen. Why was he doing it? He was preparing for the physicality. He was preparing for the physicality to come. That's what he was doing. He was preparing for the physicality. Because, and he said out himself, my body could not sustain the punishment that Detroit was dishing out. So I knew I had to put on more armor. That's what Jordan was doing. That's what Micah is doing. We saw the Green Bay game that they was trapping him with tight ends. Basically sending tight ends with a running start coming across field just to try to wipe him out as he was coming up field. So if you've been taking on one tech sumo wrestlers, the next time, what is he really preparing for? He preparing for being an undersized defensive end, but having the physicality and the armor to take it. Why do you think he's taking punches right now? You think he just want people to punch on him for nothing? This dude is literally prepared to be defensive. And listen, y'all, this dude go get that bag, y'all. I'm going to tell you right now, I see what he doing. I see what he doing. He go get that bag. That's why he said the way he said it yesterday, let's get to Sunday so I can put all this talk. Because it's a whole bunch of talk out here. That's what's going on. He listening and he like, and guess what? I like it right now. Why? What have I always been talking about? I wanted somebody to bring out the dark side in Micah. That's what I've been wanting. I've been wanting Micah to play angry. How long I've been saying that he go mess around and play like the GOAT because all the GOATs play angry. Brady, angry. Kobe, angry. Jordan, angry. Muhammad Ali, angry. LT, angry. Now what y'all done did? Y'all done pissed off Micah. That boy said, let's get to Sunday so I can put this talk to bed. Man. So loud, man. This is still Boss Cowboy Sports, man. You know, everything ain't as pretty as normal, but it got the same passion behind it, man. You know, I'm cool with the show. I'm thankful for this show. I'm thankful that we got a surprise visit from Carr. I think that made a lot of difference. I think that should help a lot of y'all confidence that we not just talking over here at New Media. That also should let you know that we also develop our own sources. You know, just like a lot of people say, you know that they got sources, we got sources too, and we continue to develop these sources over time. And the main thing that I don't want is I don't want our righteous indignation used against us. That's what I don't want. I don't want our love for the Cowboys to be used as a reason to cause us to move in a way that to where we're actually being used for leverage against his money. I know this is not popular what I'm saying, but sometimes you got to do what's right even when it's not popular, and sometimes you got to say what's right even when it ain't popular. But it's your boy Boss Cowboy Sports, man, where your voice matter. Y'all definitely see that y'all voice matter. I will also ask y'all to do this, man. I would ask y'all to share this particular content, especially since y'all got a special guest that came in. One of the best things to do when you know you received quality content, one of the most things that you always say thankful with is obviously the money and the super chats and all that kind of stuff. But it's not just the money. Mostly it's about hitting that like button so that more people can know that we're here. And 2, sharing the content. You know, we brought you an all-pro. We brought you a man of the year. We brought you an NFL trainer that's one of the best NFL trainers in the country over here at Boss Cowboy Sports. But y'all stay up.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Love, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Cause hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, ready to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.